Alright, everyone, good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 6th, 2024, at 10:13. And today, we have our day one outlook to look at today. We have three different slight risk areas. We've got one out here in Arizona. We have one out here in Montana, a little bit of Wyoming and South Dakota. We have one out here that extends from a little bit of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, into Pennsylvania and New Jersey, which includes my area. My area has a slight, and a slight down here for, of course, South Carolina, North Carolina, because of Tropical Storm Debbie. We do have marginals around it too. Marginal for a little bit of a lot of Arizona and a little bit of California. We have this marginal here extending from Montana through the Dakotas into Nebraska, Wyoming, and a little bit of Colorado. We have this marginal here that extending out from Indiana through Michigan, through Ohio, a little bit of West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, into New Jersey, into New York State, into Connecticut, and Rhode Island. So we also have one over here in North Carolina and South Carolina. So anyway, let's see here. We've got Philadelphia, Phoenix, Tucson, Mesa, and Cleveland under a slight. In New York, Indianapolis, Columbus, Denver, and Colorado Springs under a marginal. Anyway, let's see what today's risks we've got. Wow. We got a 5% tornado risk here in Michigan, a little bit of Ohio and Pennsylvania, but I am not under a tornado risk. And of course, no surprise here. 5% in the Carolinas, 2% also in there. So, anyway, let's see here. We've got Cleveland, Toledo, Akron, Wilmington, and Parma, I think is how you say it, under a 5%. In Pittsburgh, Fort Wayne, Jacksonville, Elkhart, and Mansfield under a 2%. So I definitely am going to say possible EF1 tornado could be possible in 5% area, but an EF0 or maybe a brief EF1 tornado could be possible in the 2% area. Alright, here's the damaging wind risk. So we got 15% in Arizona, 15% up here in Montana, a little bit of Wyoming and South Dakota. This one over here, and a little bit of Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, into New Jersey. Okay, there's nothing down here in the Carolinas. So, anyway, the 5% is over here. We've got a little bit of Arizona and California. We've got one up here in Montana, going into the Dakotas, into Wyoming, Nebraska, and Colorado. This one over here extends from Indiana through into Michigan, into Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, New York State, and Rhode Island, even into Delaware. So let's see what we've got for today. We've got Philadelphia, Phoenix, Tucson, Mesa, and Cleveland under a 15%. Then New York, Indianapolis, Columbus, Denver, and Colorado Springs under a 5%. Definitely would say 5%, 15%, you could see 60 to 75 miles per hour wind gusts, and 5% you could just see 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts. Today's hail risk, let's look at this. We got 15% over here in Montana. We got 5% in Montana, both Dakotas, into Wyoming, Nebraska, and Colorado. Also gonna have this 5% here extending from Michigan, just a little bit of Indiana, but Ohio, Pennsylvania, into New Jersey. Excuse me. So let's see what we've got here. We've got Billings, Great Falls, Helena, Harve, and Laurel under a 15%, and Philadelphia, Columbus, Denver, Cleveland, and Colorado Springs under a 5%. Definitely would say in the big area of Montana, you could see 1 to 3 inch hail for this, and then the 1 to 2 inch hail for this 5%, and then 1 to 2 inch hail for also this 5%. So you never know what the heck's going to happen. Let's just read what the summary says here really quick. So severe thunderstorm potential exists today over much of Montana into western South Dakota, as well as from parts of lower Michigan into New Jersey, the coastal Carolinas, and across parts of Arizona. So that's basically it. Today's hail risk. Today's wind risk, today's tornado risk, and their overall day one outlook. I do really hope you enjoyed. I hope you stay weather aware and stay safe. And announcement here, since Jonathan Schlack is going to be in Aruba and is not going to be uploading the Outlook videos for like a week, I will be taking over for him. So if any of you are coming over from his channel, welcome in. Hope you enjoy my type of Outlook videos. They may not be as good as his, but I at least